301,000. That's for a single person. Do we have that? No way.
There's
look
a
at
lot
the
of people who don't.
Yeah, well, look at the average balance there on the right. People are retiring with about 200,000 instead of that 301,000. ASFA actually says you need more than that, so you can see the anxiety that people do have when it comes to this.
Excellent, Effie. Thank you. It's a brand new hour right here on Today. Breaking at 8, Hurricane Ian hits Florida. Catastrophic winds and heavy rain right now pounding the coast.
We have seen life-threatening storm surge. We've also seen major flooding.
Better late than never, a cybersecurity crackdown on telcos storing your data. But it's cold comfort for millions of Optus customers.
I got one bodgy generated text that told me that my name, phone number, email, blah, blah, had all been exposed again. Same. I'm sick of hearing it.
Cost of living pressures, queues at servos right across the country as people scramble to find a cheap tank where you can still snag a bargain.
The AFL rushes to finalise its investigation into the Hawks racism scandal as star coach Alistair Clarkson calls in the lawyers.
Also ahead, setting sail with your favourite Disney characters. I'm in.
Yes.
How you can get tickets for the family holiday of a lifetime.
And stop right now.
Oh, no.
Spice Girls are back. Our favourite girl group releasing never-before-heard music today, Thursday, the 29th of September, 2022.
That is all coming up a little bit later in the show. More dancing and singing from Sarah, so stick around for that. We begin this hour, though, with breaking news. A life-threatening hurricane has made landfall on Florida's west coast, bringing heavy rain, winds and catastrophic flooding. These pictures are from Fort Myers, where winds of up to 240 k's an hour are hitting the area. Check that out. It's unbelievable. As we go to where millions of people are under mandatory evacuation orders. 9 US correspondent Alison Petrowski is in Tampa. Ali, good morning to you. What's happening?
Well, in the last hour or so since we last spoke, Karl, the wind has completely changed direction. I'm now copying dirt and stones and rocks and sand in my face coming off the beach. We spoke about how the water was being sucked out of this hurricane and being dumped at the other end of it, further south down in the Fort Myers area that you were just talking about. But in the last 5 minutes or so, Karl, I'm starting to see the water coming inland, and that is what we are going to see with these storms. We're going to see, with this storm, we're going to see storm surges. We're going to see the water rising considerably. There are fears it could rise as high as 18 feet. To put that in perspective for our viewers, it rose 15 feet in Hurricane Katrina, and I'm sure most of our viewers remember the devastation all those years ago when Hurricane Katrina came through. The most damage that we've seen in all the towns up and down the west coast of Florida so far is in Fort Myers. We've seen houses come off their foundations. We've seen cars floating down the street, boats on freeways. It is something which you would expect to see in a Hollywood movie. 2.5 million people were under an evacuation order, but it is far too late for them to get out now. They were told yesterday, if you do not leave now, we cannot come and save you when this storm hits. We cannot put our emergency workers in danger. So basically, for anyone out here who finds themselves in trouble, you are on your own. This storm is starting to track inland, but it will sit over this area for the next 5 to 6 hours and also continue to dump rain for 24 to 48 hours. We have tornado warnings right through the south of Florida. We're seeing lightning strikes on the outer rim of the hurricane as it moves through. And this is very much sit and wait and watch and see how long it stays on top of us, because the longer it stays, Karl, the bigger danger of these floodwaters rising, and that will become a real problem, not really today, but tomorrow and in the next week to come, because this is going to dump so much water just like this, and it'll keep doing it. Yeah, for potentially many days, Karl. So that is the big concern.
All right, Ali, we'll leave it there. But look, they are under the pump in Florida. I remember covering hurricanes there like 10, 15 years ago. And look.